episode of Jab Journals. I'm here with Matt Niziolek down here in Monroe. Matt, M.O.G. Niziolek, man of God. Love that nickname, love that moniker. Kind of tell me what that means to you, what man of God means to you.
So man of God, basically, you know, no one's perfect, right? No human on the face of the planet is perfect, you know. So I always looked at myself as, you know, a man of God, though I'm a work in progress, you know what I mean? But under daily construction, you know.
Absolutely.
But being a strong follower in a higher power, you know, in God and everything. More of a spiritual person than anything, you know what I mean? A lot of people have their own religions that they tend to follow and everything. However, over the years, I've become more spiritual than anything, but always following the Creator. Always.
Right. Now, Matt's fighting February 21st on Derek Miller's undercard at Motor City Casino. You know, kind of tell me how you you train with Derek on a regular basis. You know, how's it been training beside him, kind of seeing him come up through the ranks and you know, fighting on a couple of his cards now?
Honestly, man, Derek and I started training in the same gym probably 2011. And seeing him fight in the amateurs, you know, he did some great work in the amateurs, and then coming up even in the pros, you know, he's been building his career up and everything, accomplishing a lot, you know, and, you know, it's just one of those things where you have to be on a constant growing level, you know what I mean? And he's growing as a fighter day by day. You know, even, you know, lately with his training, he's been being more intense with it than he has been in the past. So to see him go to that next level with his training is great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, we fought on multiple cards in Detroit, Motor City Casino. My pro debut, actually, he was fighting on that card as well. And, you know, it's just a blessing, honestly, you know, with whoever it is, but being that Derek and I both fight out of Monroe, Michigan, you know, we're the only two here fighting and keeping the sport alive, so to speak, in Monroe. So It's great. It's great working side by side with him.
Yeah, you know, we had the opportunity when we interviewed Derek. Rico Hoy was also down here too. You know, another great fighter from Monroe. You know, you guys kind of are very prideful about this city. You know, what is it about this city that really makes you want to fight for it and show out for them?
Well, I'll say this. I'm from Detroit, right? But I've been in Monroe 18 years. You know, that's when I first found a passion for boxing. However, Rico and Derek, they're both native of Monroe. So for me to not be from here, I have a lot of love here.
Yeah.
You know, I have a lot of support here. I have a lot of family that I've you know, adopted in here. So for me, I'm not sure what it is for them. Obviously, you always want to put your hometown on. You always want to go hard for your hometown. But for me, man, it's just the people, you know. It's one of those things where you adapt to an environment, somewhere that's new, somewhere that is a stranger to you.
Yeah.
You're right. You adapt to that environment, you meet people, you build bridges, you build good rapport, and that's all I've done over the years. Is I've built good rapport with people, right? And through that good rapport, I built some strong relationships, and those strong relationships came with family, came with business ventures, came with fighting ventures. You know, I've met some amazing people in this town. There's a lot of amazing people in this town, no matter what, you know, is said about it, no matter who has something negative to say about it. I support Monroe. Monroe supports me.
Yeah.
Like I said, I have a huge following here, especially when it comes to the fight game. You know, and Monroe is historically a boxing town. You know, so for me, it's just the people, man. It's just the people, and to be a role model for the kids coming up in the game.
Yeah, you know, I've been, like I said, I've seen you fight a couple of times in Motor City. You know, you and Derek both always have, you know, a big crowd behind you. You know, that's gotta feel good to kind of be away from. I mean, you said you're from Detroit, right? So you got kind of get it from both sides, right? When you go, Detroit fan,
absolutely, love it, man.
How does it feel to be kind of, you know, you're still pretty early in your pro career, you know, less than 10 fights. You know, how does it feel to have that backing behind you? Does it give you that extra push to train and things like that?
Oh, it does, absolutely. And then I'll tell you what, and it's just me being humble and being honest about it, man, is that I'm always nervous before fights, right? It's not so much that I'm nervous because of who I'm fighting or anything like that, or that I'm scared or anything.
Yeah.
It's more so I don't like to let people down. I don't like to disappoint people. So it's one of those things where I have all my childhood friends and family coming from Detroit that are going to be there, family from out of town that are going to be there, and then I got everybody that comes out and supports me from Monroe. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So, and you know, that's anywhere between sometimes 100 people to 300 to 400 people, plus the people that become fans and love to watch me fight that are strangers to me, but supporters.
Yeah.
So for me, like I don't like letting people down. So it just builds a small fire that starts here, and it just grows it into a huge fireball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I use that as my motivation every single day during training. And the only thing I have in my mind during training, aside of not letting people down, is the fact that that person across that ring from me is looking to do harm.
Right.
At the end of the night, my mind goes to one place when I'm in that ring, and that's war. And if anybody knows anything about war, it's either you're going home on your own 2 feet,
right,
or you're going home in a box. For me, I'm going home on my own 2 feet.
Right.
You know, so that's my fire behind everything.
And now, you know, we've been talking a little bit off camera, you know, watching you train a little bit, and that's like, you're a really nice guy. Like you said, really humble, really
absolutely.
approachable. You know, some guys walk around with that mean mug on their face all the time.
Yeah.
That's not you. But you say when you step in those ropes, it's a different Matt.
It has to be.
Yeah.
It has to be. You know, I used to be that guy that always walked around with that chip on my shoulder. And then my mom's, I call her my mom, she lives in Sebring, Michigan, Julie Epperson. She made me eat that chip.
Okay.
You know, she humbled me. She humbled me like in a loving manner. You know what I mean? So she made me see the world for what it really was instead of thinking that everybody was against me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, I come from Detroit in a very rough neighborhood area where I was brought home to from the hospital. I've stared death in the face 5 times in my lifetime. Mm-hmm. I've been involved in some crazy madness throughout my life. So I had to be that person to walk around, watching my back, watching around every corner, you know. But you know, when she humbled me with that love that I had never experienced from a stranger before,
right,
it made me look at things totally different. You know what I mean? So I've become this humble person over years. You know, like you said, I'm very approachable. Mm-hmm. You know, and I feel like every person, especially men, should be that way. Mm-hmm. You know, because you never know who you're gonna need. You never know who you're gonna run into. You know, or who may need you,
right,
you know, in a certain situation, any given situation, you know. I didn't know who you were, you know what I mean?
You thought Coach was sicking you out.
Hey, listen, I didn't know what was going on. All I looked up and he was pointing to me. I'm like, wait a minute, what is this? You know what I mean? But, you know, it's just one of those things where, you know, if I wasn't approachable, you would have got that feeling like, I don't know about this one.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, man, as a man, I just try to stay humble as possible. Yeah. You know, I have no reason to be cocky. I don't have a reason to walk around angry all the time, man. I'm just trying to be a better me than what I was yesterday.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I can appreciate that. You know, maybe for like the fans that maybe don't know you yet, you know, what can they expect to see from you in the ring on February 21st?
Explosions. Okay. Fireworks. These last couple fights, I fought a dirty fighter. Mm-hmm. I fought tired. But come February 21st, whether this guy's a dirty fighter or not, I'm coming for war. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm prepared. I'm mentally prepared. I'm physically prepared. I know he's got endurance. So however that fight goes, I'm ready for it. Yeah. You know, I'm ready for it. I'm definitely going to give the supporters and fans and family and friends something to watch.
Right.
Most certainly.
All right. A lot of confidence. We love that here. Before we end the interview, is there any like social media accounts you want to shout out so the fans can find you?
Yeah, both Facebook and Instagram is Matthew Niziolek MOG. You can find me on both pages there. Also, want to shout out to the Most High. Of course, nothing is possible without. Want to shout out to my kids, their mothers, my trainers, Ty Riggs, yep. Keith Vining, Coach Leon. Also want to give a shout out to my sponsors, Backpack Boys, Pharma Flavors. Who else do we have? We have Keith Russell. We have Strong Arm Security. And I know I'm missing one or maybe even two. I can't think of them right off bat, but forgive me. And overall, man, I just want to give a shout out to, just all the fighters that are going to be there February 21st, to showcase their talents.
Can't have a show without the other fighters, right?
Exactly.
Awesome, man. Well, you want to support Matt, follow him on his socials. If you like the content, you like what I'm doing here, please like, share, subscribe. Jab Journal's on everything. Appreciate it. Matt, appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
All
Thank
right,
you.
Good luck the 21st.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys on the next one.
Later.